Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good day for all of you. We are Tick Through will present to you our mini project, which is correlation and regression analysis between the average money spent on online shopping and different age group. So, my name is Muhammad Iki Sufian bin Baharudin. I am the leader of this group, and we also have Rashida, Alia, Atira, and Isati Alia. So this presentation will be divided by a few parts, which is introduction and objective will be presented by Rashida, methodology by Alia, conclusion and recommendation by me, Ikri. Next we have finding by Atira, and analysis will be presented by Izzati Alia. Before we wasting any time, let's go to Rashida.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. I am Rashida and I will present about introduction and objectives of my group's project. But before that, let me explain a bit about the synopsis of my group's project. So basically, my group are conducting an analysis which entitled with correlation and regression analysis between the average money spent on online shopping and different age group. As for the introduction, we choose the project as online shopping has become the most well-known shopping method ever since the technology has conquered the world. Also, online shopping has become an amazing alternative shopping method for those who are busy with their works. As we can see in current society, most of us prefer doing online shopping rather than going to go out purchase the things we need. Move on to the objectives. So basically, our aim is to study the relationship between the amount of money spent on online shopping and different age group. Secondly, we want to predict the total average of money spent on online shopping of different age group, and also we wanted to predict the average money allowance of different age. So for the next presentation, I will pass to the next presenter.
Hello everyone, it's me Alia Adjana. I would like to present under methodology. Data collection. We collect the data by doing online survey on Google Forms that we blast in students' messaging medium such as the WhatsApp. In this study, the age group was assigned as the independent variable, while the average money spent on online shopping as the dependent variable. If correlation is nice between both variables, then we go for regression.
So next, we are going to the conclusion. We can conclude that the age of group people is directly proportional to the average money spent on online shopping. We know that adults have a stable job and stable salary rather than the young adult, because most of them are students and don't have money. So that's why it's directly proportional. Next, we can conclude that people from the age of 35 spend more money on online shopping as it's easier for them to buy anything. At the age of 35, they are busy in work, and because of their busy, they don't have time to buy anything physically. So that's why they spend their money on online shopping. And also at the age of 35, they know how to use technology. So it's easier for them to get anything rather than physically. So this is mean that the age of 35 spend most money for online shopping. And people from the age of 15 spend the least money of online shopping, as they depend on the pocket money given by their parents. We all know that the age of 15, they are students, and most of their money that they have is by their parent, given by their parent. So that's why most of money that they have spent on online shopping are the least. Next, we also managed to predict that most people from different age have monthly allowance below than 500 ringgit. This is why youngsters don't have spent a lot of money in online shopping. Next, we are going to see the recommendation. People from different age group should have proper planning on budget for online shopping to reduce the cost money spent for shopping. So we all know that people needs to plan their money on online, basically for the students or for the youngsters, because they need to use a lot of money in the future. So we don't need them to be regret. So because of what they wasted on the online shopping before. So next is people should buy things according to what they really need and not based on what they want to avoid wasting money for unnecessary things. So this is very important. So because we cannot just buy anything that we see on online, because just we don't have that pattern at home. Okay, we need just to buy what we really need in there too, so we don't have to waste any money, and we don't want we buy something and then we don't use it, and after 3 years or 4 years we just throw it. So we don't want to be like that. Okay, so that's all for me.
Hi everyone, so I will continue the presentation. So I will present about the findings. So this table contains about the age group and average money spent on online shopping. So the result here is the average of age group and the average money spent on online shopping that we get from the survey. So in the information of this table, we transfer it to the line graph. So this is the line graph that we get from this table. So it is the average money spent on online shopping versus age group. From this graph, we get the value of covariance, which is 201.43, which is a positive value, and the value of R that we get is 0.388, which is a positive relationship and the positive value, and the equation of the regression line is this. And we also transfer the information from the table to the bar graph. It is a horizontal and vertical bar graph. So here is the graph. So for the next part, I will pass to the next presenter.
Assalamualaikum and a very good day. I'm Norizati Alia. I will present about the analysis between the average money spent on online shopping and different age group. This is the table result of our observations on online shopping. From this table, there are 5 columns, and which is first column X is represented by age group, and the second column Y is represented by average money spent on online shopping. So for each of these columns, the total value of the column of each column are at the bottom of the table here. So let's move to the calculations. Based on our result, we can get the covariance of X and Y to measure on how variable X and Y vary by using the formula of sum of XY minus the multiplication of sum of X times sum of Y over N divided by N minus 1. So the value of the summation of XY and summation of X, summation of Y and N can be obtained from the data and be substituted into the equation, which is sum of SY 33520 minus multiplications of 260 and 988 over 8 divided by 8 minus 1, and we will get the positive covariance, which is 201.43. Next, we will find the sum of square Y using the formula of sum of Y squared minus sum of Y in bracket square over N, and followed by the substitutions of the value from the data, which is 134596 minus 988 squared over 8, and we will get 12578. Move to the sum of square X using the same formula, but change it into the variable of X and substitute the value from the table, and we will get 1050. Finally, we will find the sum of square of xy by using the formula sum of xy minus multiplication of sum of x and sum of y over n, followed by the substitution from the value from the data, which is 33520 minus the multiplication of 260 minus 988 over 8, and we will get the answer of 1410. We will find the coefficient of linear correlation by standardize the measure of dependency of x and y, which allow to compare the relative strength of dependency of different sets of data that commonly called as Pearson's product moment, using the symbol of R. So the equations of the Pearson's product moment is R equal to sum of square xy over square root multiplications of sum of square of x times sum of square of y. Then we can substitute the equation from the calculation before, which is sum of square of xy is 1410, and divide by the square root of sum of square of x, which is 1050, times sum of square of y, which is 12578, and we will get the final answer of it, which is 0.388. So the value of R equal to 0.388 shows that a strong positive relationship exists between the age group and the average money spent on online shopping. Thus, an increase in the age group will cause in increasing the average money spent on online shopping. So let's move to the final part of the analysis, which is the regression analysis. From this equation, y equal to b0 plus b1s is the equation that find the best fit or estimated regression model. Basically, the equations are based on the straight line equation, which is y equal to mx plus c. B1 represented by m, which is gradient or slope, and b0 represented by y-intercept. So to find b1 slope, we will use sum of square xy over sum of square x, and then we just substitute the value by the following formula, which is 1410 and then 1 over 1050, then we will get 1.343. Next, to find y-intercept, which is b0, we will use sum of y minus b1 sum of x over n. And we just substitute the value from the previous calculation, which is 988 minus multiplication of 1.34 times 260 over 8. And we will get 944.35. Next, from our statistical experiment design, there might be some error occur that caused by unpredictable factors. So we will use this formula, which is formula for variance of experimental error, to minimize the error in order to produce most accurate data. So from this experiment, to produce most accurate data, we use this formula, and then we just substitute each of the value from the calculation that we calculate before. So the final answer, we will get -315.19. Thus, for the next presentation, I will pass to the next presenter.
Next, I will present about the questionnaire responses. Okay, the first question that we ask for them is about the gender. So we get the 104 responses. Okay, the highest percentage that we get is the female. Female is the value of percentage is 76%, and the male is 24%. And the second question that we ask for them is about the age group. So out of 104 responses, the highest value that we get is from the group 28 to 32 years old. It is 35.6%. And the second highest value is from the 18 to 22 age group, which is the percentage is 33.7%. So for the third question, I will pass to the next presenter.
This is the last part of questionnaire responses. From 104 responses, we can conclude that the highest monthly allowance is below 500 ringgit with 65.4%, and 21.2% which is 500 ringgit to 1000 ringgit, and lastly 13.5% is above 1000 ringgit. Next is the money spent on online shopping, with the highest percentage is around 60 ringgit to 100 ringgit, which is 40.4%. And lastly, the online shopping apps that frequently been used, first is Shopee, next is others, Lazada, Zalora, and lastly is the Amazon. That's all from us. Thank you.